What's going on, people? Jeff Brown coming to you live and direct from Killeen, Texas, with Jeff's Wild Water Boxing. Um, Normally, under different circumstances, you know, which I'm pretty sure all of you have heard by now. I was supposed to be hoping that this was going to be a report on the Sergio Martinez and uh, Kelly Pavlik fight from Saturday night, and Lucian Bute and Edison Miranda, but I'm kind of late on it. But unfortunately, I'm pretty sure, as most of you have heard, WBC junior lightweight champion Edwin Valero unfortunately killed himself. And the stipulations, from what I understand, were he apparently killed his wife on Sunday night when they were at a hotel. He reported to hotel security that he had killed his wife. And in the process of him being in jail, he apparently killed himself. But I want to send out a big RIP out to Edwin Valero. Here recently, I've probably been reading about this guy for the last 2 or 3 years, and have been following his career. And just recently had a chance to finally see him fight here on American soil. As some of y'all know, he did have some visa problems getting over here to come to fight. But in the last fight I saw him in, he took on Antonio DeMarco and beat him pretty solidly. But 27-0, 27 knockouts. The guy turned out to be pretty much what I expected, and he was a great fighter. He will be missed. It's sad to see something like that happen. It kind of reminds me a lot of Carlos Monzon, even though he was from Venezuela. But either way it goes, it's a sad situation. You hate to hear about these deals, and it's very sad to report. But once again, big RIP out to Edwin Valero and his extended family out there in Venezuela. But getting to the subject matter at hand, what this video is all about, I want to talk a little bit about Kelly Pavlik, Sergio Martinez, Lucian Bute, Edison Miranda. First off, let's talk about Edison Miranda and Lucian Bute. I really, not to take anything away from Lucian Bute, he's a good, solid champion, and he does hold a belt, and I'm sure a lot of you know how I feel about alphabet belts right about now. They really don't mean anything to me. Ring Magazine says you ain't the champ, you're not the champ. But he's a good, strong contender. I would have liked to have seen him possibly in the Super 6 tournament, but that's neither here nor there. I'm pretty sure if the money's right, if the situation presents itself, we'll probably be seeing him fight the winner of the Super 6 tournament somewhere down the road. But anyway, getting to that fight, good performance by him once again. Early knockout. I have to say, I was completely disappointed with the way that Edison Miranda went about his game plan, or whatever that was that he decided to do. But he came in with a new trainer, Joe Goosen, who was supposed to make a big difference for him as far as his boxing skills were concerned. And I did see something a little different from him, but once again, I don't know what type of game plan he came in with. He came in with a style and fighting a style similar to Hasim Rahman and Lennox Lewis, parts 1 and 2. Arms extended out, not really doing a whole lot. Trying to catch his man with a good shot, solid shot, I guess. But in the end, he got caught by a left uppercut, I believe, that dropped him and possibly knocked him out, I guess. I'm not sure exactly what happened. I myself honestly thought that they might have stopped that fight a little bit prematurely. I didn't really feel like there was much of a reason to stop it, but because it didn't really appear like his eyes were glazed over. But that's neither here nor there. Apparently he was out on his feet, but otherwise, like I said, good performance by Lucian Bute. Once again, very disappointed in Edison Miranda. I expected a whole lot more out of him. And when the fight came off, I was expecting Miranda to give him some stiff competition, but once again, he passed through with flying colors, and good luck to him here in the future. And like I said, I hope to see him down the road fighting the winner of the Super 6 tournament. they're talking up Bernard Hopkins possibly fighting him, but we'll see if that happens. I mean, I can't really say, you know, what would happen in a fight like that. That to me would probably be a very good fight for Bernard, I think, and um, it is kind of tough to say with Bute, what kind of fighter you're going to get. I still debate the first Librado Andrade fight where he was definitely knocked out in the 12th round, but him being on his home turf, I think he got away with one there, but that's neither here nor there. And, you know, that's going to be a good fight if that fight does happen. If that fight does come off, I would like to see that. Hopefully Bernard can win, but don't count Bute out. He's a very cagey veteran fighter. He definitely knows what he's doing in the ring. Good boxing skills, good solid fighter. And now to the coup de grace of the day. Something I was definitely not surprised to see the end result of, because truthfully, I'll say it like this. I said it once, I'll say it again. You know, I guess I could go ahead and say that Kelly Pavlik, I bet you wish he had fought Paul Williams now. I mean, let's be for real, people. After the way the Paul Williams Sergio Martinez fight went, as close as it was, in which that fight, I called that fight a draw. I don't know how a lot of you guys saw it. You could give me your responses on that, send some opinions about that. But nonetheless, great fight. A hell of a performance by Martinez. He did what I expected him to do. He did what he did his thing. I mean, what can I say? He went in there, he boxed, he moved, he did what he had to do. One thing I do question though is his footwork. He seems a little bit unbalanced, because there were numerous times in the fight when he would come in on Pavlik and throw his punches and bunches that he would kind of get his feet stepped on, and at one point in the fight he even got knocked down because Kelly Pavlik stepped on his foot. I'm not sure if a lot of you saw it. If y'all have your HD TVs out there, I'm sure plenty of you saw it. But I myself, I had this little ass TV back here, so you know what I'm saying. It looked like to me that he stepped on his foot, and probably I counted maybe 6, maybe 7 times in the fight where he got his foot stepped on. But everybody knows that when you get a southpaw versus an orthodox fighter, that's going to happen. But nonetheless, Kelly Pavlik, once again, I must say that I bet you wish you had fought Paul Williams. You dodged him, you ducked and dodged him. You know what I'm saying? You apparently not taking anything away from his staph infection, as he said that he had. I didn't really see anything along the lines of that prevented him from fighting that man. But I really feel like Pavlik pretty much got what he deserved, because once again, I have to say that in my eyes, he was really an overhyped guy in the first place. I mean, Bernard Hopkins beat him easy. Jermaine Taylor couldn't knock him out. He just came in with the wrong game plan and ended up with a medium-grade concussion for his troubles, and has been on a downhill slide ever since, and probably won't come back now. But I have to say about Pavlik, he's still a guy that I feel like is a puncher who pretends to be a boxer. His boxing skills still ain't up to par where they should be, and he got beat by a good, solid fighter. My feeling going into the fight was that I felt he could, if the fight went the distance, they were probably going to try and steal it from Martinez again. But at the same time, it's just one of those deals where you had two good, solid prospects, and you really have to get to a point where where if you're going to fight guys like this, and especially in this case where Pavlik knew what he was getting himself into, but he can't. I had to give him props. He did come back in the middle rounds. The knockdown did get him kind of back into the fight. He didn't really show me anything though, as far in the way of any improvement on his boxing skills any from the Bernard Hopkins fight up until now. But nonetheless, a great fight. I was not surprised at the end result. A good win for him, and hopefully what this will set up is a great fight, a great rematch with Paul Williams, should he get by Kermit Centron. So he has some business to take care of there. And right about now, I'm going to go out on a limb and say at this moment, Paul Williams is a little bit vulnerable. But that's my perspective on it. Send your comments. Peace out.